You are welcome. I welcome you to the channel Messiah Revelation Ministry, dedicated to end time events, preparing the world for the arrival of the Messiah. Today we are looking at the Trump miracle. What is the Trump miracle? The miracle of death, escape from death. He was very close to death, but he survived, and it's a miracle. And I will call it the Trump miracle. You are aware of what happened at the weekend, July 2024, an attempt on the life of Donald J. Trump, and he survived. And he survived as a result of a miracle. Within seconds, he turned his head. The bullet struck him. It didn't strike his head, it struck his ear. Blood came from his body. We all saw it. And the bullet missed his brain by few, if you call it, divisions of inches. He turned his head, and within a second, the bullet struck. And it happened when everybody was watching him. It was a televised event on a global scale, and that miracle was seen by everybody who watched the TV and everybody who watched the clip. Videos are circulating all over the world thanks to technology. We are in the end of days, end times. And miracles will happen, and many will be deceived by the miracles. In the same way that people will be deceived by the Trump miracles, in the same way, millions of people will be deceived by miracles in the end times. And the scripture is very clear. So let's look at the deception by miracles that will happen during the time of the Antichrist. And his time is coming very soon. So we go straight to the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verses 13 to 14. Book of Revelation, chapter 13, verses 13 to 14. And he doth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of man. Verse 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of these miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. So the scripture is very clear. It's talking about the Antichrist, and the fact that the Antichrist would deceive many people. And when we are talking about many people, we are not talking about millions, we are talking about billions, because the population of the world is now 8 point something billion people. So the Antichrist will be able to deceive many people, and he will use miracles. And we have to look at the Trump miracle in the context of Bible prophecy, end time prophecy. Trump, miracle, the way he survived the bullet. It was a JFK moment. It was Martin Luther King moment. It was a Gandhi moment. It was Malcolm X moment. And he survived by miracle, and everybody saw it. And then he went to the Republican convention, and people were saying Trump's triumphal entry into a Republican convention. Analogy with the triumphal entry of the Messiah into Jerusalem. The triumphal entry of Donald J. Trump to a Republican convention, having survived an assassination attempt. And he had all the paraphernalia of assassination with him when he went on the stage, because he had something covering his ear, and everybody knows that that is the ear that was a target of a bullet, and the injury on the ear has not healed yet. But Trump has resurrected. He has resurrected politically, because his political career has been resurrected by his miracle, the miracle of surviving the bullet of the assassin. And not long, there was a decision. A judge in Florida ruled that he has thrown out the document case against Donald Trump, because the special counsel looking at the document case, that office is found to be unconstitutional. And so that is another miracle. And his cases are in limbo. Definitely Trump will be the presidential candidate for the Republican Party, and he will stand for elections. So that is a miracle. That is a miracle. That is peripety. And when we say peripety, it's a case where somebody rises from the ground, from nowhere, a place of no hope to a place of hope. It's like rising from prison to the presidency. And that is peripety, the peripety of Donald Trump. The media, the court, everybody was watching him when he surrendered himself to be fingerprinted, when he went through all the court drama. And now he came through assassination, and he survived. And so that is a miracle. And what does it tell you? It tells you that Donald Trump is not an ordinary person. And I think I've made a video about it. And in that video, I said Donald Trump is not an ordinary person. And so let me repeat why I say Trump is not an ordinary person. When you have a vision of somebody, and the Lord will let you know what that person is in the spiritual realm. And in one of the visions that I saw Trump, I saw him, and he was a tall person, extraordinary tall, rising to the skies. And so if you see somebody rising to the skies, very, very tall, unusually tall, then you know that that person is not an ordinary person at all. I also said in another vision, July 20th, 2018, I saw Trump signing a document, and the title of the document is The Real World Order. And that's why I warn that don't let anybody deceive you, because the Messiah said it in Matthew 24, verse 4. Let no man or woman deceive you. So don't let the Trump miracle deceive you, because the scriptures is very clear that in the end times, there will be a time when millions of people will be deceived by miracles, and we just read it. And he does great wonders, so that he make fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. There will be a time that the Antichrist will he will command fire to come from heaven, and he will do it in the sight of people. Nowadays we have satellite technology, and so when the Antichrist is doing anything in the world, we will be able to see it. Even without a satellite communication, we'll be able to see it. The Messiah will come, he will come on the clouds of heaven, and without satellite, every eyes will see him, including those who pierce him. And that is the prophecy in Revelation 1, verse 7. Every eye will see him, and that will be a miracle. And there will be counter miracles, and the Antichrist will be able to command fire from heaven in the presence of the world, the globe watching. And you think he is Elijah who commanded fire to come from heaven. Revelation chapter 13, verses 13 is speaking. Revelation chapter 13, verse 14 also is speaking. And he deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. So the end-time miracles will be used to deceive so many people. People will be deceived by miracles, and they will follow the one who is doing the miracles. He will deceive many by means of the miracles which he had power to do. So the Antichrist will have power to do the miracles. The power will be given to them to do the miracles. And so the Antichrist can stage miracles. In the court of the Pharaoh of Egypt, when Moses did miracles, it was God who gave power to Moses to do the miracles he did in the court of the Pharaoh of Egypt. And what did Satan do? Satan also gave power to the magicians in the court of Pharaoh to repeat the miracles that were done by Moses. So Lucifer gave power to magicians in the court of the Pharaoh of Egypt to do miracles in the presence of Moses. In the end times, miracles will be used to deceive so many people, particularly when you see somebody commanding fire from heaven, the same way that Elijah did. And the Bible is very clear that we should not be deceived by the miracles. So people are talking about the miracle of Trump. And when he arrived at the convention center, July 16, rock musicians, country music, And gospel singers, they are praising the name of God, and they are talking about the miracle. It is only the finger of God who that could have delivered Trump from death. Only the finger of God. So that is a miracle. And you can use it to say that Trump is a man of God and he is in the world at a time such as this. We need to understand that we are in the end times and deception will be increased, and deception is increasing. And we have to understand that in the context of the role that America will play in the end times. America has a role to play in the end times. And the Lord spoke to me prophetically in a vision. And I was praying about who the Antichrist is. I was praying about it. I fasted about it. And then in the vision, I heard a voice. What role will America play in the end times? It's a prophetic question and it needs a prophetic answer. The answer is that America will produce the Antichrist spoken of in the book of Revelation. The answer is that America is the Babylon spoken of in the book of Revelation. And the answer is that all that you see is part of the deception. And so we see a miracle of Donald Trump having survived attempted assassination. And then he's a rock star, hailed by people. He survived a miracle. And it's the same Trump that I saw in a vision on July the 20th, 2018, signing a document. The title is The Real World Order. Prophetic metaphor. The real world order, meaning the new world order. The new world order is the government of the Antichrist. A government where the world will have one religion, a government where the world will have one currency, the government where there will be war against the saints of God, and many will be deceived. It's a government that was discussed in the beginning of America before America came to be a nation. And they put it on the American currency, Novus Ordo Seclorum. And American presidents have always known the secrets, but the secret is not known to many people. But you heard it. George Bush said that he will lead the new world order. He said it. He made a speech to the US Congress, 1991. His son also came. He articulated the same concept. And these are presidents who were selected from secret occult societies, the Skull and Bones. Are you talking about Republican presidential actors? Yes. But didn't Joe Biden also say when he came to power that America would lead the new world order? Yes, he said it. And so both sides are working on the same agenda. There is an unfinished pyramid that is on the American dollar bill. It's an unfinished agenda. An agenda to promote the new world order that is coming very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, by revelation that I received on August 27, 2013, the final trumpet of heaven has sounded. And deception has increased. And you see the actors on the scene, end time actors on the scene, and they appear as presidents of America, presidential candidates of America. And for Trump, he has been there before. He has been a president before. His number is 45. And people consider him to be the Zyros for America. He's going to make America great again. An America that has already gone on the road of Sodom, and he will make America great again. At the time that there's only a short time to 2030, the deadline for the Luciferian agenda. And so 2025, Trump will come and he will make America great again. Somebody else will come 2025 and he will make America great again. Don't let anybody deceive you. Come 20th January 2025, when a new president is being installed, the ritual will continue. And the ritual is a ritual initiated by the Freemason. They do it every time a new president is being installed. They do it so that the God of the Freemason will come and indwell the president of America, January 20th, every year when a new president is being installed. In the same way that the spirit of Lucifer entered Judas for Judas to betray the Messiah, the spirit of the Freemason will enter the American president so that the American president will do the bidding for the God, small g, of the Freemason. America has a role to play in the end times, and I believe America is the Babylon spoken of in the book of Revelation, and I believe that the Antichrist will come from America. And so don't let anybody deceive you with any miracle, whether it is the Trump miracle or the miracle of somebody else. A day will come when the Antichrist will be shot and he will die and resurrect. And why would that happen? It will happen because they have plans that they will deceive the world and they will bring somebody who will be shot and he will resurrect from death. They are mimicking the Messiah. When the Messiah died, crucified, and he resurrected, somebody will be killed and he will be resurrected, because they want to do a parody of the Messiah. They want to mimic the Messiah, and that is the end time deception that is coming. And so a time is coming where you will see better miracles than the Trump miracle, the so-called Trump miracle. Because Revelation 13 verse 13 is very clear that somebody is coming who will do great wonders so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. That would be even greater miracle than the Trump miracle. Because in the case of Trump miracle, we just heard pop, 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 pop. And then we saw blood coming from Trump's ears. And we saw secret agents surrounding him. And that is a miracle. He didn't die. But a better miracle will come. A better miracle will come when the Messiah comes from the clouds of heaven and all eyes will see him, including those who pierced him, including those who say God is dead, including those who say good is bad and bad is good, including the bishops who are deceiving so many people, including those who say it is okay to be a Christian and also to be a gay at the same time. A miracle will come because the Messiah is coming, and you will come on the clouds of heaven, and all eyes will see him, including those who pierce him. A better miracle is coming. It is not the miracle of Donald Trump. The Antichrist will use miracles to deceive so many people so that they will worship him and accept the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is already around. They are waiting to unveil the mark of the beast. The Antichrist is around and they are waiting to unveil the Antichrist. Their time is short. And so even when they seem to be fighting among themselves, they are united. They are united in the dark kingdom, because Paul warned us, we don't wrestle with flesh and blood. We wrestle with principalities and powers and the kingdom of darkness and wicked spirits that are sitting in high places. And the high places include the office of the presidents and the prime ministers. And don't let any miracle deceive you, because the Antichrist and his agents and his henchmen, they will use miracles to deceive people. And the miracles will include calling fire from heaven. And the miracle will include somebody who will die and resurrect, claiming that he is the Messiah and people should worship his image. And if you worship his image, you go straight to the lake of fire. And that is the deception, that is the trick. And Lucifer's agents are playing the trick, and don't fall for their bait. Thank you for watching the video. My email is raptureafrica@yahoo.com. Don't let anybody deceive you by any form of miracles, including the so-called Trump miracle. Thank you.